And the Oscar goes to...
In the world of fame and fortune, life often looks glamorous and carefree. But even for the biggest stars, tragedy can strike when they least expect it. Behind the bright lights and smiling faces, some celebrities have met heartbreaking and shocking ends. In today's video, we're counting down 5 of the most disturbing celebrity deaths caused by accidents. Stay tuned, because some of these stories will leave you speechless. It was July 8, 2020, when tragedy struck in the serene surroundings of Lake Piru, California. Naya Rivera, a talented actress best known for her role as Santana Lopez on the hit show Glee, had taken her 4-year-old son, Josie Day, out on a rented pontoon boat for a fun day on the water. At just 33 years old, Naya was not only a star but a devoted mother, known for her vibrant spirit and fierce dedication to her family. Born on January 12, 1987, in Valencia, California, Naya began her journey in showbiz at the tender age of 4, making her television debut on the CBS sitcom The Royal Family. Over the years, she showcased her talent in various series, but it was her portrayal of Santana Lopez from 2009 to 2015 that truly set her apart. On that fateful day in July, Naya and Josie set out around 1 p.m. to enjoy the beautiful day. They spent time laughing and playing, making memories that would last a lifetime. But as the hours passed and they failed to return by the expected time of 4 p.m., concerns grew. Staff from the rental company went out to search for them and found the boat floating unanchored. Inside, Josie was safe, asleep, and wearing a life jacket. But Naya was nowhere to be found. A massive search operation began immediately after Naya was reported missing. Local authorities and volunteers scoured the lake for days, but it wasn't until July 13, 5 days later, that her body was recovered. The Ventura County medical examiner ruled her death an accidental drowning, revealing that she had not been wearing a life jacket at the time of the incident. According to Josie's account, after they decided to take a swim in the lake, Naya helped him back onto the boat. But when it was her turn to climb back, the situation turned dire. Josie later told investigators that he saw his mother waving her arms, calling for help, before she disappeared beneath the surface. Naya's passing sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and her fans worldwide. The tragic loss reignited conversations about safety at Lake Piru, where several drowning incidents had occurred over the years. In March 2022, Naya's family settled a wrongful death lawsuit against Ventura County, claiming that there were insufficient warnings about the dangers of swimming in the lake and that the rented boat lacked proper safety equipment. In the wake of her untimely death, Naya Rivera is remembered not only for her incredible talent, but also for her selfless love as a mother. Her story serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring strength of a mother's love. It was May 23, 1999, during a live Over the Edge pay-per-view event, when tragedy struck in the world of professional wrestling. Owen Hart, a talented Canadian wrestler best known for his time in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, under the ring name The Blue Blazer, was preparing for a match that would ultimately be his last. At just 34 years old, Owen was not only a skilled performer, but also a beloved figure in the wrestling community, known for his technical prowess and charismatic presence. Born on May 7, 1965, in Calgary, Alberta, Owen Hart was the youngest son of legendary wrestling promoter Stu Hart. Growing up in a family deeply rooted in wrestling, Owen began training in the sport as a child. He made his professional debut in the late 1980s, quickly gaining recognition for his impressive skills and captivating character work. Joining the WWF in 1991, Owen became a fan favorite, involved in several high-profile storylines and known for his entertaining antics. On that fateful night in Kansas City, Owen was set to face The Godfather for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. As part of his entrance as the Blue Blazer, he was to be lowered from the rafters of the arena via a harness. However, during this dramatic stunt, tragedy struck when the harness malfunctioned and released prematurely. Owen fell approximately 78 feet, about 24 meters, into the ring, striking the top rope before landing on the mat below. The impact caused catastrophic injuries, including a torn aorta. Despite the immediate attention from emergency medical personnel and his swift transport to a nearby hospital, Owen was pronounced dead upon arrival. The incident unfolded just before Owen's scheduled match but was not witnessed by the live television audience. Instead, a pre-recorded promo played while Owen was being lowered. When the broadcast returned to live coverage, cameras quickly panned away from the ring to avoid showing the horrific aftermath. It was not until about an hour later that commentator Jim Ross delivered the devastating news to viewers that Owen had died. In the aftermath of the tragedy, WWF owner Vince McMahon faced intense criticism for his decision to continue the event despite the circumstances. Many believed it was inappropriate to proceed with the show, but McMahon defended his choice, stating that the live audience had not witnessed the incident and had come to see a performance. Following Owen's death, his wife, Martha Hart, filed a lawsuit against WWF, alleging negligence regarding safety measures related to the stunt. The case was eventually settled out of court for approximately $18 million. Owen Hart's legacy is both poignant and complex. He is remembered as an exceptional wrestler who made significant contributions to the industry. It was August 5, 2022, when Anne Heche, a talented American actress known for her roles in 6 Days, 7 Nights, and Men in Trees, faced a tragic turn of events. On that fateful morning, she was driving her blue Mini Cooper through the Mar Vista neighborhood of Los Angeles, seemingly unaware that her life was about to change forever. Anne's day began with an accident that would lead to chaos. She first crashed into the garage of an apartment complex, but instead of stopping, witnesses reported that she reversed and sped away, leaving destruction in her wake. Moments later, she collided with a nearby house, igniting a catastrophic fire that consumed both her vehicle and the home. The impact was devastating, rendering the residence uninhabitable and causing a scene that would haunt the neighborhood. Firefighters arrived to find the situation dire, battling heavy smoke and flames as they attempted to rescue Anne from the wreckage. Their efforts were relentless, taking around 65 minutes to extinguish the fire and free her from the twisted metal of her car. When they finally reached her, Anne was transported to a hospital in critical condition, suffering from severe burns and a pulmonary injury. Days passed as Anne fought for her life. Reports revealed she had slipped into a coma, her body battered by inhalation burns and blunt force trauma. On August 11, 2022, the devastating news broke. Anne was declared brain dead. Her family made the heart-wrenching decision to keep her on life support for a few days to facilitate organ donation, a final act of kindness from a woman who had faced life's challenges head-on. Investigations into the incident revealed that Anne had been involved in a hit-and-run prior to the crash. Toxicology tests conducted after her hospitalization showed traces of cocaine and other substances in her system, although there was no evidence indicating impairment at the time of the accident. The coroner's report ultimately ruled her death an accident, attributing it to inhalation and thermal injuries caused by the fire. In the aftermath of her passing, a lawsuit was filed against Anne's estate by a woman renting the home she crashed into, claiming negligence and emotional distress due to the traumatic incident. Sam Kinison was a groundbreaking comedian known for his intense energy, biting humor, and unforgettable scream. But his life came to a tragic end in a fatal car accident on April 10, 1992. At just 38, Kinison had made a lasting impact on the world of stand-up comedy, pushing boundaries with his provocative and often controversial style. Sam Kinison was born on December 8, 1953, in Yakima, Washington, and was raised in a deeply religious household. His early life steered him toward becoming a Pentecostal preacher, following in his father's footsteps. However, after going through a difficult divorce, he shifted away from the ministry. This turning point led him to discover his talent for stand-up comedy, where his past as a preacher played a major role in shaping his unique, fiery comedic style, often using the same intense, sermon-like delivery that became his signature. Kinison got his start performing in Houston's small comedy clubs, but his big break came after moving to Los Angeles. His appearance on Rodney Dangerfield's 9th annual Young Comedians special in 1985 shot him to national fame. Kinison's brash humor, often targeting sensitive subjects like relationships, marriage, and religion, quickly made him a standout performer on shows like The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson, and Saturday Night Live. He became famous not only for his comedic talent, but also for his larger-than-life persona and rock-and-roll lifestyle. Kinison's career continued to rise, and he even ventured into music, recording a parody of the song Wild Thing, which became a hit in the late 1980s. His albums earned him a Grammy nomination in 1988, cementing his status as a comedic and cultural icon. However, his personal life was often tumultuous, with substance abuse and legal troubles haunting his success. On April 10, 1992, just 6 days after marrying his third wife, Malika Suwiri, Kinison was on his way to a show in Laughlin, Nevada. He was driving his Pontiac Trans Am when he was struck head-on by a pickup truck driven by a 17-year-old, who was under the influence of alcohol. Though Kinison initially survived the crash, reports say that his last words reflected his disbelief and reluctance to die. "I don't want to die. Why now?" Moments later, he succumbed to his injuries. Kinison's death shocked the comedy world, and fans and fellow comedians alike mourned the loss of one of the most daring performers of his generation. Despite the controversies that surrounded him, Kinison's influence on stand-up comedy remains undeniable. Kinison is buried in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he was laid to rest beside his younger brother, Kevin, who had tragically died by suicide just 4 years earlier. Aaliyah Dana Houghton, known to the world simply as Aaliyah, was a groundbreaking American singer, actress, and model, whose promising life was tragically cut short in a plane crash on August 25, 2001, at the young age of 22. Born on January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York, Aaliyah's roots were deeply planted in Detroit, Michigan. From an early age, she showcased her musical talent and released her debut album, Time's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, in 1994. This debut featured chart-topping hits like Back and Forth and At Your Best, You Are Love, solidifying her status as a rising star in the R&B scene. Aaliyah's distinct voice and innovative style not only garnered her fame, but also opened doors for collaborations with other notable artists. Her foray into acting brought her critical acclaim as well, with roles in films like Romeo Must Die, 2000, and Queen of the Damned, 2002, further establishing her presence in popular culture. The tragic turn of events came on August 25, 2001, after Aaliyah wrapped up filming the music video for her single, Rock the Boat in the Bahamas. Along with 8 others, she boarded a small twin-engine Cessna 402B for the flight back to Florida. The aircraft, operated by Blackhawk International Airways, was significantly overloaded, exceeding its maximum weight limit by around 700 pounds. Witnesses recounted that the plane crashed shortly after takeoff from Marsh Harbor Airport, just 200 feet from the runway. The impact caused the plane's wings to break apart and ignited a fire, resulting in the instant deaths of Aaliyah and 5 other passengers, while 3 others later succumbed to their injuries. The investigation into the crash uncovered several alarming factors. The aircraft was beyond its safe weight limit. The pilot, Luis Antonio Morales, was found to have falsified his credentials and was unqualified to operate the Cessna 402B. Toxicology tests revealed traces of cocaine and alcohol in his system. The investigation noted significant failings in safety measures regarding the checks of passenger and cargo weights prior to boarding. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, determined that these elements combined led to the catastrophic accident. Aaliyah's sudden passing sent shockwaves through the music industry and her fan base.